How did the Portuguese colonial war affect Mozambique? Imagine a country fighting for its identity, freedom, and future. This was Mozambique during the Portuguese Colonial War, a conflict that reshaped its destiny. The war began in the early 1960s and lasted until 1974, marking a significant chapter in Mozambique's history. The Mozambique Liberation Front, known as FRELIMO, emerged as the primary group fighting against Portuguese colonial rule. This movement was not just a local struggle. It was part of a larger global wave of anti-colonial sentiment. FRELIMO received substantial support from the Soviet Union and other communist nations. They provided arms, training, and political backing, which were crucial for sustaining the fight against the Portuguese military. Despite the Portuguese having a stronger conventional military, FRELIMO's guerrilla tactics allowed them to engage effectively. The war caused severe disruptions in Mozambican society, leading to a humanitarian crisis. The Portuguese military resorted to harsh counterinsurgency tactics, including relocation camps called aldeamentos. These camps forcibly moved hundreds of thousands of Mozambicans, aiming to cut off support for FRELIMO. Unfortunately, the conditions in these camps were dire, leading to high mortality rates from starvation and disease. The conflict's resolution was tied to changes in Portugal itself. In 1974, a military coup in Portugal, influenced by anti-colonial sentiments, resulted in the Carnation Revolution. This revolution ended the Estado Novo dictatorship and opened the door for decolonization. Mozambique gained its independence in 1975, transitioning to a government led by FRELIMO, which aligned itself with socialist and communist ideals. FRELIMO's victory was celebrated as a win for anti-colonial and communist solidarity. However, the aftermath of independence was complex. Mozambique became closely aligned with the Soviet Union, establishing a Marxist one-party state. This shift led to repressive measures, including political imprisonment and re-education centers aimed at enforcing socialist policies. The war's legacy did not end with independence. A civil war erupted from 1977 to 1992, pitting FRELIMO against the anti-communist national resistance movement of Mozambique, known as RENAMO. This conflict was fueled by Cold War dynamics, with RENAMO receiving support from Western-aligned forces. The civil war resulted in massive loss of life and widespread destruction, further complicating Mozambique's path to stability. In practical terms, the Portuguese colonial war brought an end to centuries of colonial rule in Mozambique. It established a socialist government aligned with the global communist bloc. The war also caused significant social upheaval, including forced relocations and political repression. The conflict set the stage for ongoing instability as Mozambique navigated the challenges of a post-colonial world. Thus, the Portuguese colonial war was not just a local struggle. It was intertwined with global communist influences and anti-colonial movements, shaping Mozambique's political and social landscape for years to come.